A research that was done in 2016 found that 16% of Americans stop talking to a close friend or a relative over politics. 16% translate to 50 million relationships. 50 million relationships. Isn't that awful? People block their friends on their social media or stop talking to them altogether. Every day, there is something else in the news that leads to division. It could be global warming or abortion or immigration or gun control. The list goes on and on. People we don't agree with seem not reasonable to us. And it's more painful when it's someone you love. How could he possibly believe in something like that? Many times it feels impossible to talk to them. When people with conflicting opinions try to talk, they don't really listening to each other. All they want is for the other side to finish already so they can attack. This kind of talking results of division and end of relationships. The question is, how can we create a good conversation with someone we do not agree with? This question is very relevant to me. My whole family is going to meet for Thanksgiving in a couple of weeks, and we're going to be together for a whole week. And politics is always up high on our agenda. Each one of us hold different political positions, and passionate discussions are always part of our dynamics. I gave it some thoughts, I made some research, and I came up with 4 steps to how to talk to someone in the opposing opinion. These steps are good not only for family or politics, but for any conversation. It could be for couple relationships or even in business dealing. Here are the 4 steps. Step 1, hold your reaction until the other side finishes talking. What kind of reaction I'm talking about? When the other side is still talking, we already in our heads prepare what we're going to say when he is done. We prepare our rebuttal, we prepare our challenge, and we're not really listening. All we want is for him to finish already so we can attack, as I said before. So step 1, hold this reaction in your head and listen with attention. Step 2, when the other side finishes posting his claim, don't jump in right away with your rebuttal. Ask questions to understand better about his claim. And you can say, for example, Jimmy, you say that the highest priority of humanity is fighting global warming. Can you please explain how practically we should do it? This question is not an attack, it's to clarify. Step 3 is mirroring. I'm a big believer in mirroring. What you do is when the other side finishes talking, you repeat his main points in a sentence or 2, just paraphrasing what he said. And it could go like this. Let me hear if I got it right. I hear you say that we should even sacrifice our quality of life in order to fight global warming. Did I get it right? By mirroring, we gain two things. First, we make sure we understood correctly his claim. And second, we make him sure that we understood him completely. This is mirroring, and it takes the tension down. Finally, step 4, now is the time to voice your opinion. Now is the time to challenge him and rebuttal. Here is where you define the core differences between you two. And you might be surprised to find out that you are not that far apart. Following these steps does not promise that the disagreement will disappear at the end of the conversation, but it gives you a better chance to have a good discussion in a more positive way. The differences might still remain, but they lose the power of division and can save relationships. Back to you, Mr. Toastmasters.